So in today's video, I'm going to share with you when we went shopping for the RV and saw for the first time the Fleetwood Pace Arrow.
Alright, today we're at MHS RV and we're looking at the Fleetwood Pace Arrow 2017. So come along.
Not even close to the end, it's just beginning. Life is getting lighter while the days are getting brighter, yeah. And it's a good, I won't even worry anymore. Took all my cares, still can kick them all out the door. Go on and try, come and tell me what you're waiting for. Move and keep them going till your life is overflowing, yeah.
35E bunkhouse. We like the exterior color, that would be our first choice. Good floor. You have a little cabinet right here. We could put some kind of divider and the boys could at least store their flip-flops and maybe their Keen shoes, so easy grab shoes. Here we are inside. We like the floor. For a motorhome, the color scheme inside is decent. The accents aren't horrid. For a fabric pattern, I think that's the least ugly I've ever seen. You have good deep storage. I'm sure Benny could probably get his Wii and Xbox and a bunch of other crap video stuff up there, but so Matt might take over all that. But it does, this is a scissor couch, I think that's what he said, so it pops up and then it folds flat, so you could sleep two small kids there or one regular size adult. This comes up or this pops off, so it's not like a drawer, but you could store some stuff underneath there, maybe some school stuff that we don't use every day consistently. You do have some good cutouts where I could probably put the boys' books that they're reading, so that's actually kind of nice. I like the color of the sofa.
I personally like it's an LG and not a Senko TV, so props for doing like a high quality television. And they also have some pretty good access to
yeah, all your stuff right there.
Electronics are available and reachable, but out of the way.
And you can close it, like it's not like...
Yeah, and you can close it and you have to look at it, which is nice.
The color of the wood is nice. It's simple. It's not super dark. It's not super light. It's somewhere in the middle. And
you could paint it white and really almost get away with it if
we
you
wouldn't do that. We would hire someone to do that because we are not DIYers. Nothing wrong with that. I wish we were. You actually have good kitchen storage. You get all these doors that pull out, and they all go back pretty far. So
really
you know,
really
you go to the container store and you outfit that. You can actually probably fit a lot of stuff. Flat surface, which we don't have in the Airstream, which I hate. These pop off to get to your 3-burner propane stovetop, and when you're not using it, it just gives you so much more counter space, and it goes back pretty deep. And you have this little
I
ledge.
didn't notice that.
So you probably set this up there.
Yeah.
When you're using it.
Nice, good idea.
Trash can is about the same size, but you know what? You could probably put 2 trash cans in there.
Oh, cool.
It goes back deeper.
Or have more supply for cleaning materials.
Right, I haven't decided. But you have more storage in the bathroom, so you might use some space for cleaning stuff. I'm not sure how to organize it, but you know I would organize it. This has a Lazy Susan already built in. So you'd use that, and then you have a little space right there you could use. And then these cabinets. That one's kind of an awkward shape. It's not super deep. Okay.
But they've got these great kind of dual daytime shades, as well as, which, you know, these work really great. They're super functional. Very easy to use.
Anyways, this is really deep. So we could store like our Cuisinart griddle grill, pots and pans, Tupperware.
Oh, that's great.
I have to figure out some way to organize it, but... Oh, a fridge that could actually fit food for a family of 5. And a freezer with an ice maker! And it still has good space.
I see a freezer.
This closes off. Major plus is what we want.
Just quick comment, like this is with it closed. So
This, none of the slide outs are open.
this is actually pretty amazing walkthrough space for it being closed.
You can access pretty much anything while you're driving.
Yeah, that's really nice. I do like that.
That bed, overhead bed, obviously would not be down while you're driving.
Yes, that would be up.
That's the only thing you couldn't access, but other than that, you can pretty much get to whatever you need.
Yeah.
But this closes, and then the master closes, and so you really have 3 separate rooms. So if you need to separate kids, or Matt needs to stay up working late,
I can come out here.
you can come out here. There's a curtain that closes around the overhead bunks. Our kids sleep with white noise, so once they're out,
I could probably even sit in that chair underneath that and work below them and be fine.
the bunk is really nice. They have little cubbies up top. I would put more perch magnetic things on the wall. These are deep and they're pretty good height. So that would probably be used for kids' clothing.
Do that again.
Deep, goes back far, and the height is good. So these actually, they have 4 drawers. Then they have a wardrobe, but we have a lot of space in there. So they would put a lot of their clothing would go in there.
What are you thinking about this so far?
Oh, but this opens up too. It's not super deep.
Is it a
but
pantry or is it?
I probably would think you could. It's lined in like wool flannel. I'm not quite sure. We could probably use it as pantry space. If we needed to put school stuff, we could. Their shirts could stack up, their sushi roll shirts.
Yeah.
So this could be used for a number of things. And we are in Texas and my hair is feeling it now. Matt will be very excited. He does not like corner showers. And he likes his shower to have a seat because the man likes to take extremely long showers.
Come on. If you're a father of 3, you understand this. There is no escape outside of the bathroom. All right, so that's my escape.
Oh, brother. Put all our medicines.
Oh, wow.
Have no. You can even put my perch. I still have room for my perch stuff because I love those containers from the container store. And you actually have a place where you can put some towels. So bathroom is nice. You have good mirrors, pretty good storage, and a good shower. So we like that. The master is here. I'll show you under the bed. You do have these small cabinets overhead. You still have good wall space.
Probably equivalent to what we have right now. Maybe a little smaller.
Yeah, maybe a little smaller, but we do have good wall space to put those magnetic perch containers.
Check on technology next.
I'm gonna guess there's 3 drawers down below because I see one and it looks wide enough where you'd put 3 side by side. You have 2 plugs right there. You have this.
It's probably an audio video cabinet.
Yeah.
So we can put an Apple TV or something up there. Cool.
So when the slide out's out, you have this same setup on that side. So you have a wardrobe. You can hang. I mean, you under the bed, I'll show you, it's more shallow than what we have. We're thinking we could put all our shoe containers under the bed. And they have this good drawer. It's good size. You put some dividers in there and you can really utilize the space. And then, now I know these types of washer and dryers, the combo, get a lot of flack. or so we've heard. But Marissa from Less Junk More Journey says she loves hers.
We don't know what brand hers is, but we would check.
But it would just be nice, like if the kids got super wet and muddy, and it was late at night, and we were all hooked up, I could do a load of wash here. Now, if I want to bust out a ton of loads, then I can still go do the laundry facility at whatever RV park we're at. But this is just, you put all your stuff up here. You can put even cleaning stuff up here with your laundry detergent. It's a good space. So I like this just as a backup.
Yeah.
It just gives you a little bit more flexibility to...
Down below, that's probably where your engine is, since it's a diesel pusher. So that's why that's...
But we'll lift up under the bed real quick and give you a peek at what I'm talking about. It does lock. So we have they're called clear shoebox containers from the Container Store that we keep our shoes in. And I think we could fit all of them. We can have our snow boots down here. We could even have a container of like gloves and mittens and hats.
Probably about 70% of what we have under our bed
can go out in the outside bay and in our wardrobe.
Obviously, with the Pace Arrow Class A, you're going to get a 50 amp setup. But let's look at some of the storage doors and other capacities that it has. Here, it's got a hot water heater. It doesn't have the constant hot water heater. Unfortunately, we were hoping that was a feature, but it didn't have that. But we do have a little bit of storage here. I'm not sure if that's the oil bin or what. I honestly am not the greatest mechanic, but access to something there. So, all right, Nick, what else do we have here? We have a little bit more storage, maybe some tools and some things like that.
Board games.
Yeah, all waterproof, so we could store things like board games and whatnot.
Extra toiletries.
One of Molly's favorite things, it does have a central vacuum system. You just plug the thing in, and then you can suck up all your vacuum up all your resources, all the stuff. I don't know where it goes to, but we'll have to figure that out.
That is like
super cool.
Awesome.
You know, one of the things I noticed, I didn't see carpet on the slide. I just was thinking about that. Massive storage here, probably one of the biggest storage bins, goes all the way through to the other side. So a ladder could go in there, as well as, you know, some longer
suitcases.
Yeah. In fact, let's check if there's a ladder on the back. That's one of the questions that you may have. Yeah, they didn't clutter up the back look with the ladder. A lot of times the diesels don't, because they got the engine back there. So it's just a nice, great looking back end. Everybody likes a good looking back end. And it's got a rear view camera on it. Is that not appropriate? Back over here. Steps. Were they automatic when you open the door?
Yeah.
So they go in. That's cool. You open the door. They come out. And they're super low, so you're not tripping over them. Pretty nice.
And they kind of have that sandpapery texture where you kind of wipe your feet off.
Oh, that's great too. One of the things also that I noticed about this is in the Excursion, which was basically the last year's model of this, you ended up with a 300 horsepower engine. You've got a full 340 horsepower engine on this thing, so you can pull a lot more than the old one. You're not going to have any trouble with that. All right, Nick, you got this next one? There's your LP access. It looks like the LP tank is...
How big is it?
Yeah, it's big. I don't know. I'm thinking it's at least 20 pounds, maybe closer to 40, 50. We have on the Airstream, we only have about 16 pounds. So it's got to be at least that big, if not bigger. Go ahead. Another huge bin. This one actually could hold our typical area, like our sports equipment, stuff like that. We're not going to be able to get bikes. It's one thing we will sacrifice is bikes. I don't see...
Well, we can outfit the Jeep to have bikes.
Yeah, we just wouldn't be able to protect them very well. So, so that would be something if bikes were important to you, that this may be a little bit of a problem. Ben, Nick, you want to open that one up? Yeah, baby.
TV outside.
TV, Sony speakers, well protected, and the controls right there.
And the awnings are automatic.
Yeah, nice automatic awnings. In 2016, They did have wind sensors on them, but I've heard that they didn't work very well. So I'm curious if they've upgraded those here. We do have one more little compartment here for storage.
We could put the scooters in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
standing
awesome.
up with their helmets and stuff.
So lots of great storage. Let's check out the front end here. So massive window, which I like the idea of this as opposed to the Class C. It really gives me a lot more view, much easier to park, I think, and make sure I've got my spacing right. One of the great benefits, if you're willing to run your hoses either side, so if you're versus like a trailer, is if the view is better parking forward, great. If you want to have you open your oh wait, we don't have any windows in the master.
No.
Other than the bed the other way, or is there windows in there? We'll see over here.
There are windows on that side.
On the other side there's windows?
Yeah.
So you could choose which way you want to look. Yeah, so there is obviously a window here behind the bed. So
You have all these nice frameless windows.
yeah, and they're frameless, so it means that they can be open in weather, and they're not going to let water in through those seams, which is the old sliding ones would obviously not work that way. And a neck. There we go. Storage. Probably not going to use that because it's got some electrical equipment. Might be the inverter in there. No, that's probably part of the engine. I'm not sure what that is.
Is that death or something?
It could be. No, that's windshield wiper fluid in there. There is a light.
Most of them might
Oh, this looks like the air compressor power. So you've got your air compressor right there.
So that means you
Power up or inflate your tires from that. All right, Nick, what do we got else? What else do we got? Okay, we got another compartment, very nice size. Let's see if you can fit in there. Can you fit in there?
Our sleeping bags would work good in there.
Okay, it looks like we could get Nick in there if we needed to. Oh, it comes with a Nicholas.
We're just joking. But our sleeping bags would stack up nicely in there.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good fit. All right. And then here we have water. It's probably your fresh water tank. But I do like that there's lights in every compartment. That's a massive.
The one that goes all the way through.
Yeah. I like that. Very cool. Yeah, a lot of. You know, you might be able to get bikes in there if you had bike. Maybe at least one bike in there, at least or some smaller bikes. So if you're a biker, I know a lot of people like to do this. Cyclists. What are they? Yeah, you're not going to get your Harley Davidson in there.
No, that's the one that goes all the way through.
Oh, okay.
So that's just a big storage.
Oh. Okay. So here's your depth fill. And then there's your electrical line. One thing you don't get is the spool. But I gotta imagine.
You can buy a spool.
Yeah, I would imagine I could get that, and I would. That's such a great feature that they don't have. So we would definitely want to try to invest in that. In fact, we may go try to look at the LXCs and see how they do it, so we could figure out exactly what we need. And then here's your battery box. You do have a surge guard built in, which is really nice. Like I just bought one of these actually for $400. This is a nicer version of it, obviously already installed on the RV. So, and then here's all your fuses and whatnot, which are not inside. Yeah. Okay, so here's your dump bay and sewer bay. You do have your cable input there. I've seen people running cable through your window. You don't want to be doing that, not ideal. Here's your water pump for when you're running not off of city water. Here's your city water, super accessible. Black tank flush right there, super easy.
Outdoor shower.
Outdoor shower right here. Oh, I like how it's on a little bit of
that's nice.
hose there. And a paper towel holder.
Oh.
Molly likes that.
You get hot and cold like we do with their Airstream.
Now, your black line, have you seen it? So you take that out there, and then your hose, it's going to be your typical line. So we're not going to get the macerator option. We get with the Dynamax. I'm curious if they have a macerator inside. We do want to know that because that is a big deal. But you know, there's you basically put it on there. You're probably going to keep that on.
Yeah, and just
have your hose coiled in here. Man, that's not a lot of room for your hose. So not as ideal of an option there. So one downfall. That's really the only thing that we've noticed here
But we've seen that you can't get everything exactly how you want.
Not at this price point, especially.
And we're not going to spend $500,000.
And even frankly, the $500,000, the problem is once you go over 200,000, 250, you can't get the bunk. So when you want all these, you know, nice options, you can't necessarily get them because they're not offering. And it makes sense. I imagine most people with kids our age aren't able to afford that level, and so for them to build, you know, the few dozen that people like us would want, it's just not going to be feasible for them. So one other nice feature that I missed was they do have the dual-sided diesel fill option, and they have these, they call them satellite, where you could pull into a diesel you know, fill station for a truck, and you put basically pumps in both sides, fill at the same time, and you know, an 80-gallon tank's not going to take you, you know, 20 minutes to fill up. It's going to be a lot faster than that, which is super nice when you're trying to keep it moving. Now, obviously, having as big a tank as you have here, you can keep moving because you're not, you know, like right now I'm filling up every 3-4 hours. Plus, I don't have anywhere for the kids to go. We got to pull over to go to the bathroom. We can pull over the side of the road. They can get in the Airstream, but here they can just go pee in the back. So I am curious what size tanks they have. Fresh tanks, black tanks, gray tanks. Fresh water. We did see the generator. It's a 6,000. Did we see that? Where was that? Back there? It's a 6,000 watt generator, so plenty to service our AC. Not 8,000 like we get with the Dynamax, but still solid. You do also have the side cameras, so when you turn on the blinkers, it's going to be able to show you up the side of your coach. So
yeah, I imagine that's going to be really helpful.
A lot of great features, absolutely. I think we may have a new home.
I agree. What do you think, Nick?
If you like the video, hit subscribe and hit the thumbs up button too. Oh, thumbs up.
Thanks for the comment. Use for it.
I get it.
Okay, I will.
Real life with kids in an RV.